Hey guys, Christo Garcia, My Swing Evolution. I am so excited about today's video because I'm going to get to go through a number of the things that helped me build my new golf swing. And it's so funny because I'm going to be comparing my swing today to my swing from 2010, the year before I started My Swing Evolution. And it's funny to me because I remember in the year 2010 watching the PGA Championship, just like it's going on this week right now, and Dustin Johnson got in trouble for grounding his club in that weird bunker that people were standing in, and it was so freaking confusing. But it's so funny because back in 2010, if you had asked me, Christo, do you know a lot about the golf swing? I would have told you, you bet I do. I love golf and I know everything about the golf swing, but I didn't know squat. And the truth of the matter is, I think the illusion of knowledge is probably more dangerous than pure ignorance. Because since I thought I knew stuff, I wouldn't listen to other stuff. You know, it's kind of strange. But at any rate, I was able to get over that and build a good golf swing. But I'm going to tell you guys, the 10 major things from My Swing Evolution, my first 10 lessons, are all going to be taught on Saturday, August 25th at the MSC Intensive here at Eaton Canyon in Pasadena. So if you'd like to attend, I'll tell you it's the best bargain. It's half the normal price, and we're going to do all 10 lessons in that one day. And you're going to be able to leave with a foundation and fundamentals that you can rely on for the rest of your golfing life. So if you're interested, send me an email at myswingevolution@yahoo.com, and feel free to go by myswingevolution.com. Pick up a video. The Hogan Code is fantastic. I'm very proud of my movie, Mr. Hogan, and my driving evolution is very popular. I'm using a lot of that work right now. I found that my long drive swing is actually my straight drive swing, so that's pretty cool. So at any rate, let's get into today's golf swings. And I think you're going to be pretty surprised because a lot of people are probably thinking the way I was thinking back in 2010, but thank goodness I saw the light. I hope you hit them long and hit them straight. All right, so here's my swing from 2010. Very nice. And here's my swing from 2018. That looks a little different. Yes, indeed. Much happier with my current swing. So when we go back to 2010, let me tell you about some of the misconceptions I had. I had been coming from the modern swing. I believed I wanted to keep my lower body quiet. Okay? And so I wanted to not use my legs very much. You'll look at this swing and you'll see it looks a little stiff-legged. And I have that weird hitch. So I'm trying to swing on purpose with my hands, arms, and shoulders like a lot of people teach. And what you'll find is your hands and arms can't work unless your core is locked down. So I had very poor core movement through the golf swing. It's just terrible. But a lot of people teach that. It did not work for me. In fact, the last video I put up, somebody was arguing, it's hands and arms first. That's how you do it. You know, whatever. I mean, it didn't work for me. There's different ways to do it. You know, maybe it works for you, but not me. But you can see I've got this weird, funky kind of hitch. Now, I'll tell you a couple of things that I had been taught at this point that were ruining me. So keep the lower body still, turn the shoulders against a stable lower body, swing the club back on train tracks, and swing the club head through on train tracks. Johnny Miller was talking all the time about, you got to swing down the line, you got to swing down the line. And I think he's one of the greatest ball strikers ever in his heyday, but I don't think this advice was the worst advice in the world for me. It just was terrible. So anyway, so here's my current swing here. Take a look. First thing you'll see is look at that left knee working in. My lower body movement is so much better. My use of ground forces, staying behind the ball, etc. Yeah, that is a much different golf swing. So when we look at the two of these swings together, okay, now I'm trying to swing from the top down, and I am very steep on the right. whereas I'm trying to swing from the ground up and stay underneath the ball on the left. Very different. If we watch these in slow motion now, you know, a lot of the fingerprints of my swing are still the same. I'm trying to get really wide in both of these. You know, they don't look too different, but the major thing I think that you'll see is I'm letting my lower body and upper body, everything open away from the target, like my full back is pointed at the target now. And see how my left knee is kicking in so nicely on the left? That is so much better than that restricted position that I'm in. I can't even get my shoulders around, you'll notice. That's just about maxed out for me on the right. Whereas on the left, I've got a lot more room. It just looks so much more balanced and even more powerful up there at the top. So here we go. Now the major thing that this new swing of mine gives me is the time and the space to make a good move down through the ball. My other swing was very quick and choppy. And you'll see here, I'm in the Sam Snead squat, and I'm so far behind where my old swing was at this point. I'm leveraging the ground, whereas my swing on the right, my heel's already popped up. Look at that club face wide open, hands wide open. Now I'm through the ball, flipping that head over. So my swing today takes a lot longer. That transition is so much more smooth. Now if you watch how I'm releasing the club head down and through, I'm staying behind the ball, my right elbow staying under my left. That club face is screaming in there square, and it goes through the ball square with plenty of flex in that left knee. Look at that the right side of the picture. I look constipated or something. It's just terrible. No freedom at all. I'm just like whacking at the ball. But it is truly a joy to be able to swing with the freedom that I have today and just let it fly. So the major difference is I believe that you swing with the shoulders and arms primarily. That's what my old swing was. And I also believe that you needed to cover the ball. That's another thing that people talk about all the time, is covering the ball. So if we watch my upper body, you'll see my upper body on the right, where I'm driving my upper body forward. That just messes up all of my angles that I've created at my address position. My address position actually is not that bad on my 2010 swing on the right, but it's just, you know, I just didn't know what to do. I'm going to lunge forward through the hit, whereas I'm staying behind the ball today. And you can see the power bow in my body. My hips are driving forward. It's also kind of nice that I'm 35 pounds less. My goodness, I don't know what I was eating back then. But yeah, overall, my swing is much, much better today. Let me talk about a couple more things before I let you go. Now, what I've built into my swing today at address is I'm going to try and swing under through the ball with my right elbow under my left. And I think you'll be able to see it here. That right elbow is way under. Here it's just my arms are going to roll right in front of my chest. But it doesn't happen for me until way later in my current swing. Yeah, the length of my backswing is so much better too. So those are some of the major things, guys. Don't forget to use your lower body. Your lower body is the key to the classic swing. Feel free to let that left heel rise at the top of the backswing. It'll give you more freedom and more length in your swing. More length will give you a little more time, and a little time allows you to create a little bit more space. Here I've got room for my arms to come underneath because my lower body has moved forward and cleared. Whereas when my upper body's stacked on the left, my arms just have to flip and roll. You can see it right there so clearly. Whereas here I'm delivering the club head from a nice square position without such a severe flip of the hands. So I hope that helps you guys out. Hit them long, hit them straight, and I hope to see you August 25th at the MSC Intensive. But you know what I didn't have? Any fundamentals to go back and rely on. Everybody's going to have it today. Michelangelo said, "I saw the angel in the stone, and I carved until I set it free." This is what we must do with our golf swings. Not everybody is born with a great natural golf swing, and if you're not born with that, then you have to build it. There is a process that you can go through to rebuild a golf swing so you've got something that works, that is dependable and consistent. But it's not going to happen if you keep buying different golf clubs and hoping that the club is going to fix your game. It's never going to happen for you. Do yourself a favor, become a part of my swing evolution, and learn how to swing a golf club properly.